place for preteens. I hate to break people's hearts. Woo! It's called the age of accountability, you all. Once you get the age of accountability, people say, how can the Lord or Godfather, God take kids if they're not kids? It reminds me of the legal system here on. Have you ever heard of, and I'm from Chicago, have you ever heard of children being tried as an adult? Like where you see children who do horrendous crimes, where they're like, wait a minute, they knew that they had to have some form of maturity. They're getting tried as an adult for that. And that's how it is in eternity. Once you hit the age of accountability, there's no such thing as juvenile and adult. You're getting trial as an adult because Lucifer is using them, especially now. Now, you're most likely about a teenager than an adult. Look up statistically. Look it up for yourself. Go to any, here in America, go to any major city, look up. And I already know across the world, it's the same. It's the same principalities. And as I'm looking, it was like a sea of like mud, but it's not mud. And you had millions upon millions of these little teenagers, like quicksand almost. But then when they're swimming in it, you know, it was so deep, it had the stuff that brought them there, meaning like video games. I saw a lot of technology in the mud, like it looked like trash, but it was all remnants of what the tools that Lucifer used to get the youth in that.
When you were there in hell, I've heard testimonies in which people saw demons that looked like those superheroes that we see on TV, like Spider-Man, Batman, Pokemon, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Power Rangers, but they were all more evil looking and more ugly looking. And they said that they were actually demons in hell that gave the inspiration to Hollywood directors to make those movies and TV shows about them. Did you see something like that?
I've seen plenty. There was this one I was describing to my son because I don't like watching Hollywood and stuff too much. I really don't watch movies and stuff like for years. I really try to stay away from stuff. But I was describing this one demonic thing. And my son said, Dad, I need you. He said, I know you don't watch this stuff. But I need you to look at something. It's this movie called Jeepers Creepers. Okay? Jeepers Creepers. And it's this reptilian thing with wings. They had to have that contact with that God because that's how a lot of those, because you had flying ones. You had some demons that were like this big. You had all different sizes, all different shapes. But when I saw that thing on that movie, Jeepers Creepers, I knew Hollywood is in tune with hell. So you're absolutely right. There are so many things, but that's the only one that I personally saw because some of these things are so morbid. Some of these things are so bad, Hollywood can't even reproduce some of these things. As far as you talking about the superheroes and things like that, of course, the superhero is nothing but the Nephilim. The fallen angels, right? When the fallen angels came down and mixed with humans, right? They created man of renown, right? Heroes. Okay, so what they're doing is taking the divine fallen divinity and mixing it with humanity, and that's why they created the superhero. So of course it all comes from hell. But there are so many things that we haven't even seen yet. I've seen a couple of one more, the Smurfs. I don't know if y'all old school. Y'all remember the Smurfs?
Yeah.
They got demons in hell. That's where the Smurfs come from. That cartoon, The Smurfs, they have little blue demons. That's why you got the gnome. What you call them little things? The little gnomes, the little things with the little hats. No, those are real demons. Those are things that like they really exist. They really look like that too. Like that's the thing. So you are absolutely correct.
Yeah, what you said about that monster from Jeepers Creepers, I heard the same thing. And other people who have seen Predator, Alien, all those movie monsters down there in hell, they're actual demons.
They look like that. Yeah, they got that reptile. I'm telling you, most of them got that reptilian look. They reptiles. They got that reptilian look. I don't care what nobody's talking about. They even walking around here on Earth right now. I'm telling you, they are reptiles. They are ancient. They are very ancient, and they are real. I promise you. So, and they all have that reptilian theme to them. But some of them look like the in the days of Noah, how they trying to redo now, how they splicing half bull, half human, half. I saw a lot of that. Oh yeah, half goat. You know what I'm saying? Half buffalo. I'm talking about the weirdest splices of things that exist in hell too. So, and they trying to replicate that, as you can see. They've been doing that, but that's another story. So I'm glad, hopefully God willing, you have me back and we can go deep into that type of stuff as well. So facts. So that's why it's good to stay away from even Hollywood. The word Hollywood was a special word used to mesmerize people, to put you in a trance. So that's why it's no confusion why it's Hollywood is the capital of illusion. Because Hollywood was the actual word was used to put you in a trance. So these demons have to put these things in our face, but it's our lack of knowledge and research that puts us in these predicaments. So we have to start researching all of these things. We have to start taking spiritual warfare seriously, but more seriously, that authentic relationship, because that'll give you all the discernment, all the power and authority you need to navigate through this war. Like it's hard. I'm telling you, you all, everything is strategic. Everything corresponds. Everything is real, you all. Everything is a trap. One thing, please, people, one thing I learned in hell, the Father does not give you a gift that will take you away from him. What I mean by that is, you know, like a couple of my friends had a brand new car. One of my friends had a brand new promotion. Congratulations. But they never had time for God no more. My friend worked so much, he stopped studying, he stopped going to Bible studies, he was just too tired, he had to do stuff with his family. So then God would never give him that promotion to take God out of his life. Watch your gifts, because God would never give you something to take away time from him. It's a trap. Lucifer gives you gifts that take you time away from God. Please remember that. Watch your gifts. And stop saying God gave you everything because you think it's good. You got to just keep it simple and evaluate. Does it add to my relationship with our Father, or it's taking the time away? That's it. Keep it simple. I had to tell you all that. But I saw all the remnants. We got these preteens and teenagers there. It was mostly technology, you all. And if you look, whew, it's real. And this is years ago before this stuff, the stuff that I saw, this technological garbage floating around in there with them in this mud, the sea of mud.
Brother, real quick, did you see any cell phones or televisions in the mud?
Listen, that's what I'm saying. That's why it blows my mind. I'm old school. I'm 45 years old. I was born in 1979. And I've been here through this technological revolution. You see what I'm saying? I've seen, and you probably have too, brother, how I was, grown. A lot of this technology that I saw didn't even exist yet the stuff that I saw in there. Like how small the cell phones that I saw that were there. But at that time, the cell phones wasn't that small when I passed away. I saw a lot of different remnants, listen, you all, it's deep. And then just like that darkness was alive, the mud was alive. That was anchoring them in. And it was like they was underwater, gasping for air, even though it was out of air, but they was trying to reach up for something. And it was millions. And it blew my mind away. And that's what I do. That's when I learned about the age of accountability.
What was the youngest that you saw, age of accountability, like 8 years old?
11.
Wow.
That I personally know the overwhelming sense. Let me tell you something, you all. One thing I want people to know, okay, if you look at somebody in hell, you automatically know why they're there. It's like you know they hold everything. The same way if they look at you, you would know every detail of their life, everything in one span, because time doesn't exist in eternity. See, we're so used to being temporal beings. We're trapped in the physical, we're trapped in time. Time is nothing but a mechanism to keep the material existence of this universe together, to keep it organized. It's a measurement. But in eternity, time and all of these temporal rules and time, it doesn't exist. I'm telling you, you can be there for 30 seconds and it feels like a month. But no, the age of 11 is what I encountered, because I was looking at just one individual I looked at, and he stole cars. He was using drugs. And it was all because of the influence of his father. His father got him drinking since he was 5 years old. Here, have his beer, and bringing him in front of his friends. And like, you see everything. You see the whole experience. But what went wrong? What went wrong is how many times the Father warns us, you all. How many times the Father resets us, put us in new situations all over again, saves our lives, tell us, no, don't go there, but yet we go there. But then we end up in jail. I don't know how many times I've been in jail and I woke up and, whoa, Father, I should have. That's what we say, I should have, would have, could have. And that's the biggest thing, people. The regret in hell is beyond hurtful. It is beyond the expansion of you can't even fathom. Listen.